folks. Trying out different sort of camera angles and stuff, and I thought I'd try the no face method. I actually kind of like this because it gives me a chance to show you the cards. And yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure it out, but this way you get to see the spread, and I think that that's important. And this is for air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For those as well, cross-watching for one of those signs. And really for anybody who's drawn to the title. And I'm looking today at some relationship you have in mind that is particularly confusing or problematic for you. And it could be really in any arena. It could be a family member, it could be your job, it could be your internal conflict, it could be with another person, it could be with a lover, a colleague, you know, we'll just have to see. But it's, if you would hold that in your head as the one where you're confused, and I think likely no communication with this person. So you're having to sort of resolve that confusion as best you can on your own. And maybe in a certain way, that's how we always have to resolve it. So here we go for air signs. First couple of weeks of February. And we're starting off with a broken heart. Separation, pain, painful situation. And yeah, we're doubling down on that. 5 of Cups. Regret. I'm sorry, it's not the 5 of Cups at all. This is a deck I haven't worked with much, and it's very shiny, so I don't know why. I guess it was her posture, because this is Page of Pentacles, which is usually a solid message coming in, a possible face-to-face. But you see in here, she's just looking right at the pentacle in a kind of slightly slumped posture. So it may be some kind of evidence, tangible evidence of a separation or heartbreak. Yeah, Death card. The end of something, the beginning of something else. But it's definitely a cycle closing out. And something new being born. This seems to me to be like the somebody considering, is there enough to build? Has there been enough of a transformation to build something in a tangible way out of this heartbreak and this lingering mental pain? I don't know why I keep putting, oh great. Well, this is the end of the painful cycle, 10 of Swords. I'm going to turn that light on because I don't think there's enough light. And I apologize, I'm still, I'm still trying to get it worked out. The whole camera set up and stuff, and I'm by myself, so I do a lot of, jumping around trying to figure it out. Now it's breaking my eyes. So just bear with me. This is like, it's a work in progress. So what we had was 10 of Swords, which I think you can probably see a little bit better now. It's the guy face down on the ground, 10 swords in his back. Something has flattened this person. Flatten them. It's often a card of betrayal, which would go nicely with, or nicely, with the Three of Swords. These are bad energies, but the good news about this is it's the end of that cycle. So I think somebody's wrapping it up. Whatever this hurt was, it's like hurt all the way to the, as much as it can. And then it's time for Ace of Swords, the new beginning, the next cycle, which is something to do with truth. This is a card of betrayal. And there may be an offer of some kind that, causes this transformation. We have the World card, the last card in the Major Arcana. I always think of it as a portal card because this is the big closing out of the cycle. If Ten of Swords is sort of, wrapping it up on some kind of injury that was done to you in your personal relationships or a relationship, the transformation, Death card, is an absolute new beginning, new life, because she's stepping through the portal. It's the end of the old cycle, the beginning of the new, and we've seen that echoed elsewhere in the read. It's a beautiful card, and it's all the fixed signs. Yeah, we have the Well, which I think is source energy. It's where you go to get nourishment and water energy, which is feelings. It's sort of like the inexhaustible source of love in the universe, is what I would say. And it's not a traditional tarot card, so it's sort of somewhat open to interpretation. But there he is. And it shows, it's all water energy. And it's sort of like they're riding a wave. It's a bit like, Venus on the half shell, Venus rising too, because there she is in her shell. She's emerging from something. And as this card would indicate, stepping through the portal, emerging from something into something new. And good, because you don't want to stay in this place. You want to go back to Ace of Swords, back to the next cycle. You don't want to stay in this place. And I think somebody may have had an offer in the past that just wasn't what it appeared to be. Okay, and on the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, here's that Page of Pentacles, like a tangible sort of small offer that indicates a transformation out of this painful energy. And here's sort of the delivery system. This is Knight of Pentacles. And it's a slow but sure energy. It's a step by step by step. One day at a time kind of energy. You get there, but you don't get there fast. But you do get there reliably, and it's a card of showing up. It's a card of showing up. Okay, we have somebody showing up with a new direction, an offer. This is sort of the spark. This is Wands energy, which is fire energy. This is something new and inspirational. it isn't the same old, same old. So while this might be a Knight of Pentacles, a kind of slow, sure energy, what's being offered here is growth, is a spark. So the delivery system may be slow, but what's being offered is the opportunity for something new and quick and quickening, growing. And that's beautiful. King of Pentacles. So we've gone from page to knight to king. This is kind of the one who shows up. He has a lot to give. He gives of himself. He gives support. He gives material security. He takes care of his people. I love this king. I mean, this is a reliable, stable, steadfast, loving, engaged, boots on the ground king who has a lot to give and gives it. And it's a far cry from this, from whatever this was about. Because this sucked. This was something bad that perhaps fairly recently closed out. And this also seems to me to be somebody looking like, what did this cost? Because Pentacles can be about money, but also just about time spent and investment. What did it cost? What's the value? Again, Pentacles energy, value, but not always just monetary. It's what matters. And it seems to me it's understanding that something's over, or at the very least transformed. And this would indicate, well, something's over, of a very painful nature that involved betrayal, miscommunication, a way of thinking that just kiboshed the whole situation. It's hard to come back from that. But somebody's coming back in such a strong way. I mean, world and well, the well, the inexhaustible source, which maybe even draws you through the portal, gives you the strength to go through the portal, travels you, brings you on this wave of feeling to the shore. Venus, Venus. We see a lot of feminine energy here, with the exception of these two guys who are like, for real. That solid offer is coming in from a reliable, stable, loving, caring, giving, and even though it's stable and slow in a certain respect, grown up, it's also young and new and just budding, just beginning. That's the new beginning. That's the bad 10 of Swords ending. So we're just going to pull a couple of clarifiers. And I think we want to look at these, probably at these major arcana first. At death, the world, the well. I mean, those are interesting just on the face of it. Transformation, source energy that moves you and moves you through the portal, wrapping up some kind of painful chapter. On death, we have Empress. That's birth. She's fertility. She's the ultimate feminine principle. Gaia, Earth Mother. So birth and rebirth, sometimes a literal birth. Sometimes a literal birth. So we have Scorpio energy and Taurus. All the fixed signs. And the well, I'd say, is water. I mean, it doesn't specify, but it's so about riding the wave. So it's both getting the nourishment to go, the well, you know, drawing on this sort of infinite resource, replenishment, but it also gets you somewhere. And where it seems to get you is away from this, which is sword energy. It's up in your head. And frankly, this is a air sign reading, so it's all about swords. I mean, you've been dealt some kind of serious blow, heartbreaking blow. But it's also air energy, which is interesting. It's not, it's a betrayal, but it's more like something that maybe has to do with an ideology or words that were just like weaponized. So let's look at the world, into the new. It almost looks, she's coming down the birth canal. Eight of Pentacles. Shows the workman. It's kind of a mastery of a sort. The willingness to put in the work, having done the work, in 3D, you know, not just in your psyche. Somehow it's coming out. And kind of crafting it for your own self. And it takes a while. Not a quick energy, this. It can be building and rebuilding, working. So how do you get through the portal? Through some 3D effort. You don't just kind of, like, you know, ooh, I'm going through the portal. You know, it has to be grounded. It has to be work. I mean, to get out of this, to get up off the mat when you've just been, you know, KO'd. So let's look at the well, the source energy, the energy that moves you forward. It's beatific. Okay, sorry. We have 3 cards. We have 10 of Cups. That water energy that's just, you know, sheer bliss, basically. Joy. And for everybody, you know, joy to the world. Every girl and boy, or something. I can't remember that. I thought that was kind of a dopey song, but that's the kind of celebratory, we're all loved and moving forward. 8 of Cups, a lot of water energy, a lot of feeling in this. But this is a card also of walking away from something. Being on a path that maybe leads you away from something, towards something else. And often it's understood as these 8 of Cups, these 8 cups got me this far, but to get on the rest of the journey toward 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, personal fulfillment, and kind of everybody, you know, one boat rises and they all rise, or whatever. So this is walking towards something, leaving something behind to go toward 10 of Cups. And who's doing it? King of Cups. Feeling man. I mean, there's great masculine energy in this. Energy, you know, it can mean a literal man, but not necessarily. It's somebody who takes care of themselves and of other people, who has a lot of resources and shares them. And also king energy, you know, it's the action-taking card, same here. And this is somebody who's willing to love and has loved before and maybe loved you know, been overwhelmed. Literally like that well card where she's riding the wave. this is somebody who feels, but feels so deeply that it is overwhelming. But, you know, there's just, I mean, the source of this energy that you can draw on is all to do with love. You know, even when you're a little bit resistant to it. So, and I'd say this is somebody riding the wave in, on the way in. Goes up here. So let's clarify again. Was that the well I clarified? Yeah, I think it was. So these three, it makes a bit of difference where they are, just for me to be able to sort of see what goes with what. So I think we got to look at some of this challenging energy too. Let's look at the heartbreak. Let's just bite the bullet. Come on, tell us. Okay, a couple of cards. We have Magician. Oh no, it's only one card. Magician. This is an energy of manifestation, of being able to manifest. You know, one hand up, one hand down. I can bring this above thing below, and I can kind of connect my material life to the mystery. And it's somebody who has all the tools. There are in front of him a cup, a sword, a wand, and a pentacle. So this is somebody who can work all the energies. That's how they can manifest. And it's on the Three of Swords. So obviously this person is manifesting perhaps a transformation, of new birth, end of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle, and some kind of tangible offer, gesture, potential first step. Yeah, I needed another because it looks like manifesting heart. Okay. There's that new beginning. So we've had it twice. It's down here, Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. And when you get these repeats, it's sort of doubling down on the message. And in this one, it's here, in with the old, in with the new. So after this heartbreak, Three of Swords, there really is a new beginning. This is a Virgo Gemini card. So we are seeing, that's the predominant air sign, I guess would be Gemini. It's also a Virgo card. As above, so below, you know, air energy, earth energy. But definitely somebody's able to manifest a new beginning and the end of something and the creation of something new. This is divine feminine. It could be a person. It could be magician, because that's on the same line, and that's a 2 card, I believe. No, that's a 1 card, and this is a 3 card. This is earth energy, and this one partly earth energy too. So I don't know. We don't have to identify every, because it's going to be different for everybody. It's not same story. It's not one size fits all. So, give it some wiggle room. But somebody here is manifesting a new beginning after heartbreak. And the changes from the thing that ends to the thing that gives birth. Might involve leaving something to go for the full Monty, the big love. Tell me about this 10 of Swords, this painful ending, please, Spirit. Talk to us. Y'all talk to us. Wow. Wow. Because I can see them popping out. It was first a Lovers. Again, Gemini energy is coming through quite powerfully in this. This is the coupling up. This is the perfect match. It also indicates a choice. And in this case, it seems to me it would be a choice based on, if I got him upside down now, a hermit, on a period of withdrawal to get enlightenment. And it's enlightenment about a very important relationship. And Queen of Swords is like the discerning energy. She knows. And she has boundaries. And she'll cut things off that don't serve. And she's about clarity. So, you know, things that aren't clear, people that aren't clear, people that can't communicate. She's a bit of an impatient energy. She's like, no bullshit. She tells the truth. And it can be a sharp truth sometimes. But in this case, it's based on this deep dive into the sort of sage energy. The Virgo, again, Virgo is pretty strong in this too. Yeah, I mean, it's clarity for sure. And it was clarifying this Ten of Swords. So there was a choice, because that's one of the meanings of Lovers. It was a choice that may have ended something. With a Virgo who withdrew and did a deep dive and may have come out saying, that's bullshit. You know, somebody might have made a choice to end something. With an air sign, possibly. I mean, this is your element. This is you calling bullshit on something. But making it a clear and decisive choice to cut something off, you know, big boundary that didn't serve. And that's a bit this energy too, is like, I had 8 cups. They were good. They were cups, and they're done. I have to continue my journey, because this is like the pilgrim, sort of. To continue my journey, I have to orient toward a greater love. Bring me a higher love. And King of Cups is all about that. So we have a very lovey-dovey energy on this side, and a pretty, the way that ended was bullshit. Particularly if you've done a deep dive and you know you love this person. I'm confused, so let's pull another on Death Empress. What's being born, please, Spirit? What's being birthed? I mean, this is a card of waiting. This is a card of wishing for a certain kind of love, envisioning it. You know, he's got 3 in front of him, and he's got this 4th not seen yet. And he's got his eyes, I mean, he's not looking at the cup. So he may be trying to sort of develop, he, she, they, develop an inner vision of what kind of love do I want, you know, and where do I need to go to find it, to find this 10 of Cups. King of Cups is sort of like a very high vibe cup energy, somebody who feels deeply. So what's this person trying to visualize? What's the love that's being birthed? And maybe that's what it is. It's sort of in the air in front of this guy. Oh, wow. Okay. It's Six of Cups. It's a soulmate energy, somebody you've known, perhaps since childhood. Maybe longer, you know. And Hierophant, which can be higher power. It can signify marriage. It can signify some kind of oppressive system of belief. It can also be just a system of belief. But this almost looks to me, in its marriage capacity, that this was somebody, or at least like a spiritual connection of a very high nature. And it might involve somebody from your past. Or from somebody's past. And that's the giving birth to what kind of love? And it's a soulmate love. That it can also just indicate Hierophant commitment. You know, kind of pledging your troth or whatever. You know, committing to a relationship. And maybe that's the big change. Because Three of Swords is not a situation where somebody's committing to a relationship. But somebody has also manifested this new beginning. And I think it's with the same person. Tell me about Page of Pentacles. This, oh gosh, I had to peek. I mean, I saw it, so I can't unsee it. Tower. So if this is the, you know, the small thing to rebuild on, this is what's come down, which is pretty much everything. Tower is the collapse of some structure. Maybe very often for a good reason. And both because it was an unstable structure and because it frees you to do something else. To do something else. Death card. Transformation. To give birth to something new. What kind of love? What kind of love? Committed higher power, possibly marriage love. That's what. And it's somebody from your past. Or who you feel like you've known forever. Like almost like a past life connection. Full of sort of like, you know, and also I just, sorry to interrupt myself, but this is a card of manifestation too. It's the question, what kind of love do I want? But it's also that love coming in. He hasn't quite noticed it yet, he, she, they. This is a card of Taurus. Is Hierophant Taurus? Hierophant? I think it is. And this is also Taurus. To me, it's all the earth signs. Because it's earth, you know what I mean? It's Taurus energy, but it's also Capricorn, Virgo. To me. Wow. I mean, so Tower, because I don't like to just leave Tower there. What caused this Tower? And I'm glad there's somebody. Oh, geez, I'm Crow. Three of Swords right here. Heartbreak. So there is an opportunity to rebuild Page of Pentacles. That it's a literal building block. But the Tower was like this separation, this heartbreak, flattened the, you know, it's as if you just knocked all the cards off the deck. You just definitively spat something out. Not staying in this place. To jump out the window. And that you've been hit by this bolt of lightning anyway, this epiphany, that something has to change. And, you know, I'll rebirth myself if necessary, but I'll imagine, because she's all about love, Empress is you know, ultimate love, the one who loves us all. She's birthing something very, very fruitful. It's not dead, whatever it is. This isn't over. Okay, let's find out about this new beginning, because we do see that twice. Here it is here, and here it is here. So out of heartbreak, manifesting a new beginning. And in comes the delivery system, this Knight of Pentacles. Tell me about the new beginning. Okay. That's a wonderful card. It's self-sufficiency. Knight of Pentacles. Being on your own. Being okay with it. It's a card of singlehood. Or at the very least of independence. And I can take care of myself. And I do. It's self-care in a big way. So the new beginning has to do perhaps with being secure in yourself and taking care of yourself. It's also an offer. This is a Virgo card. It's an offer to Virgo of growth and of a new beginning. In the same energy, Pentacles energy. She's single, but King of Pentacles is coming in with a tangible offer. Let's see about the offer. Wow. This is a card of holding back or holding on. Let's see what the other one is. Oops. Okay, that's your energy, King of Swords. Who is reserved. Can be cold even. And may have held back. It's a cerebral energy. It's your energy. And King of Swords is like analysis. So possibly you're analyzing. You're trying to understand from an objective point of view why you held back. Why you felt this need to be secure and block your heart. Because it can be blockage, and there's this pentacle right over the heart. One on the crown chakra, one on each foot. I mean, stapled down. It's very grounded, but it's sort of almost too grounded. But this might be somebody trying to get a perspective, to analyze, to look clearly at why I hold back. How can I get clear about it? And Knight of Pentacles would say, you're not really holding back. You're on the move to give something. And maybe you've analyzed, why do I hold back? And have decided not to. One more, please, on the holding back. One more. Fool. That's not holding back. That's the new beginning. With a slight, sometimes tinge of sort of recklessness. Like, here I go, off the cliff. I don't care. I'm young, I'm youthful, I'm going to take this risk. but it's not holding back. It's a new beginning. It's the beginning of the journey. And it may be slow. Knight of Pentacles. It may have been slowed down by this holding back. But it's a new beginning that involves being stable in your own self. And making an offer to somebody who's stable in by themselves. So it's not like they're looking to you to shore them up. They're not. Star. Again, Aquarius energy, we have it twice, King of Swords. This is the overview, big picture, and it's healing. It's being guided to where you're supposed to be. It's clarifying King of Pentacles. So whatever this kind of Aquarian sword energy overview, you know, I remember I was saying he steps back to analyze stuff. Well, this isn't analyzing it. This is being so, I don't want to say elevated, but, you know, this is just, this is a very special, holy kind of clarity of ending up where you're supposed to be on King of Pentacles. So we have a nice melding here of air and earth energy. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Aquarius twice. Aries, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, maybe all the other signs, Taurus, the World, which is all the fixed signs, yeah, okay, Queen of Pentacles, who I think of as the minor arcana of Empress, and that's why I said I think it's Virgo too, because this is Virgo energy again, very strong in this reading. This is the grounded, compassionate, giving woman. She grows things. She nurtures them. She is grounded, and she is a match for the King of Pentacles. So where does he end up? Where is he guided to be? With his energetic match. Because he may be an air sign, but he's grounded. And wants to be more grounded in a way. He's a little scared of this heady, fool, let's go for it energy. But he does. Slowly but surely. And this is a choice. Remember that showed up in the Lover's card. This is a choice that changes things. And there's quick communication coming in. If somebody's made a choice, you know, there's going to be discussion about it. Oh my God. I'm stopping here because it doesn't get better. This is the bower. This is the union. This is the place. See the two little figures there? This is the place where we come together. You know, it's where it's home. And these are now out of your ability to see. Let me put them in here a little better. I mean, both in Juan's energy, which is fiery and quick and connective and purposeful and open-hearted. So there's a choice to move it forward into union. And they're saying one more on this. Okay, it's working on It's working on blocks, Two of Swords, about some kind of stressful situation, you know, a disagreement at the very least, something two-sided. And you see that again, because in this one, there's a guy who's a victory at all costs, and there are two people leaving the field, and this guy is, you know, thinks he has a victory. It's also, I hate to say it, but Aquarius energy. And this is a card of being blocked, or of two minds. And this is a kind of two minds card too. Am I the victor? Am I the victim? It's being at a crossroads, not being able to see something clearly. And perhaps this blocked, I can't see it clearly energy accounted for this kind of contentious situation. But that's what we're working on. We're putting effort into grounding and mastering this kind of crap up in the head, mind game sort of energy. And somehow by working on that, we go through the portal. You know, it isn't like you always just float through on gossamer wings. You know, sometimes you kind of fight your way through the portal. And stuff comes up that you just have to work on. And it's stuff in your head in this instance, Five of Swords, Two of Swords. But you're working on whatever sword energy, your own element, might have been conflicted or confusing or blocked. You have worked it out, and you're not blocked now, baby. World, you're you know, World Empress, you're kind of birthing yourself. And the result is a union energy. Six of Cups, Hierophant, Lovers, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I mean, it can be, and Queen of Swords, King of Swords. You know, you got a lot of, that's meeting of the minds and meeting in 3D. And there's a lot of love on the board. And an end to a painful sword energy cycle. And I think you come through just beautifully. You know, the heartache, the pain has just been blasted away and transformed into this actually lovely energy. I'm going to end it there. Listen, good on you guys. This is, you know, this is a good one. This is good. Out of pain and into the loving arms of something really wonderful. Meeting your match. Alrighty, I'll see you next time. Air signs and everybody else too. Cross watchers, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. Building the channel could use your help. Please feel free to comment, give feedback, say it resonates, say it doesn't resonate. Say anything you want. It's going to help. If I get feedback, it helps the channel. Love you guys.